Okay, there, mics. Chill.
And the parade is underway, friends. Here we are, downtown Westminster, the 155th Memorial Day Parade, and the weather god smiling upon us big time for this parade today. Hi there, Bruce Main here to call the parade action, alongside Post Commander of Carroll Post 31 of our American Legion, Richard Stem Jr. And Richard, it's great to have you alongside, and thank you for making me a part of this parade coverage today. Well, you know, we've already had our American Legion riders come through. They've been handing out poppies, the traditional start of this 155th Memorial Day Parade. It is amazing, Richard, 155 years, and immediately following the parade, we shift the action to the Westminster Cemetery for the Sermon at the Mount, of which I, again, will have the privilege and the pleasure of emceeing that beautiful, that solemn, but yet celebrative event.
And if anybody can get up there, it's a good place to go and see Bruce do his thing up there. We've been doing that almost for 155 years also. So we'd love to have you up there following the parade, like he said, at the Westminster Cemetery.
Well, Richard, as you can see, and as I was mentioning, my goodness, here we are pretty much now back to a normalcy after what's been going on the past couple of years. And, well, we could not have made to order a better weather day for this. The crowd here in downtown Westminster has been loading in very rapidly, very quickly, and very heavy too. So end to end, all the way down through the parade route, we are going to have one beautiful turnout for this 155th annual parade, Richard.
That's correct, and we had to move the commentator's booth this year down here in front of the Carroll Arts Theater instead of up in the library. So that's where we're at now. So we have a good crowd sitting out here in front of us, and some of the younger folks are waving their American flags passed out by the riders here, the American Legion riders on their motorcycles.
Well, Richard, not only that, they were handing out those poppies, a great tradition too, you know, and what a great tradition that is. Now, in this Memorial Day coverage, interviews have been going on, and you'll be hearing some of those interviews as we do roll-ins during the parade coverage, as the parade, the origin up at Pennsylvania Avenue, of course, coming down what we used to call up there at the Memorial, the Fork, and then right on down Main Street, and here again, ending right up around the Church Street area over toward the cemetery. So hang on, hold on. We are in for one morning of a lot of good fun as we really remember just what Memorial Day, Richard, is all about. It's not only about the barbecues, the cookouts, the Memorial Day sales. It's about what's in our hearts and our minds and our prayers for those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for us.
That's correct. The deceased veterans we have that gave the ultimate sacrifice. We went out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and we put flags on their graves throughout the area of Westminster, ending up with Evergreen Memorial Garden. I would like to say that all this is possible by the guy that put all this together, Mr. Paul Emmert.
Oh, yes.
He's a past commander of American Legion Post 31, and he's put all this together. He has put a lot of time and effort in this, Bruce.
And, Richard, again, I want to, personally thank the committee with Paul Emmert. And of course, you yourself, Richard Stem Jr., our post commander, for having me as part of this coverage. It is, and I really do mean this from the bottom of my heart, a proud time, a privileged time, and I am honored to be part of it.
That's great. We're loving having you here.
Well, you know, now as the parade, they're getting started up there at the upper end there, Pennsylvania Avenue, making the bend and coming down toward Main Street. And, we're going to have the American Legion Color Guard on hand, and we're going to have, well, that's just going to scratch the surface because the poppy handout here this morning by the riders, that is the traditional start indeed. But there is a lot more to come, and with our parade coverage right here with our good friends, Richard Turner and the wonderful team at CMC, for having me on board to help out too and to be part of this parade coverage, which I believe is going to be, and I know it's going to be one magnificent morning and a great action-packed parade for us all. At the same time, very celebrative, festive occasion, but at the same time, a memorial occasion. You put that all together, and that's what this is all about.
That's correct, and it's nice to be back and be doing this with the COVID we had. Put us off for a couple years, but we are definitely happy to be back and be presenting this parade to you folks.
That situation over the past couple of years put a crimp in a lot of plans here, there, and everywhere. Everybody affected by it, including us here. But now we're back to some type of normalcy, and that is a good sign. And just seeing the crowds out here and seeing all the participation going on is also a good thing to see, and a welcome sight after what has happened the past couple of years.
That is correct. Okay, Bruce, I see the police car coming. What we'll do here is we'll stand for the first American flag and salute it as it goes by.
That's exactly right.
Not dishonor to the rest of them, but we'll to do the first one.
It's traditional to do the first flag salute. Okay. And right now, here comes the lead car, and lights flashing. And the kids waving their flags. Yeah, some of the adults are waving the flags too, Richard. They got their flags going as we now get the parade officially under start right here, right now, with the American Legion Color Guard, Jerry Herforth, right there in the lead.
That's correct, Bruce. Jerry has been putting it together, and he is the gentleman who's in charge of the color guard itself.
And a couple of Corvettes right behind them, including the Grand Marshal. So as we stand to salute our American flag.
Thank you, guys. Great job.
And the honorary Grand Marshal driving by. Yep, there they go.
There he is, Junior Fisher, the honorary Grand Marshal.
All right.
Probably the oldest guy in Carroll County,
Bruce. Okay. He'll probably hear about that when he sees us on Channel 19. I am sure he'll hear about that. All right, now up next we have, as another Corvette goes rolling by, beautiful blue Corvette, part of the honor guard going on by there. And up next we have the Westminster Municipal Band. My goodness, Richard, the Westminster Municipal Band has been around almost as long as the parade has been on, 155 years in one way, shape, or form. With Sandy Miller, the conductor, the leader of the Westminster Band. Sandy, and it's Dave Miller, I do believe, too. I'm not
sure about that. I know Steve Wance used to be the lead marching commander here, so we'll see what happens when he comes by.
We'll see, yep, because now the parade is actually, is definitely underway. Now, in the parade and coming on by very, very shortly will be Mr. Gino Specia, CW5 of the U.S. Army. And we'll say this, Richard, he's going to be our featured guest at the Sermon at the Mount. He'll be the featured speaker there.
That is correct.
Gino Specia, and I am looking forward to that as well.
That is correct.
So here we are underway and down the parade route. Plenty of time for the parade, plenty of beautiful weather, and the action getting underway here this morning. And Richard, let's do a little background here. You, Richard Stem Jr., you've been the post commander at the American Legion. This is your first term in.
That's correct. I was elected last June, and we have elections again this June. I've been a commander since then, but I worked my way up through the ranks, second vice, first vice, and I've been active for many years.
Very good, very good. Now, are there term limitations to a post commander? I'm really not sure.
Well, there's some, things that we have to meet. So, but other than that, it's usually people that's been involved for a long time.
And I want to send a special good wishes and a very hail and hearty hello to Phil Luster.
Phil Luster, yes. Phil Luster's been coming back in. Phil was was under the weather there really bad for a while, but he is coming back in, and Phil is regaining his strength, and he's doing great to see him in the Legion now and then.
And I'm looking forward and hopefully ready and able to see him right there at the Sermon at the Mount. That, again, this year I had the privilege and the pleasure of hosting as we get with the parade activity going on here this morning in downtown Westminster. Now we have the Westminster Band coming on through. Sandy Miller. She's been with the Westminster Band for quite some time. The band, of course, they've had a little bit of a regroup time because of what's happened the past couple of seasons, but you never keep a good band down, and that includes the Westminster Band right here coming on down toward us, Richard.
That's correct, and it's always a wonderful sight to see the band from our own town leading the parade here.
One thing about a parade like this, Richard, and the magnitude and the scope of it is the preparation of it.
That's correct.
I mean, the presentation is beautiful, but my gosh, there's so many things that go on behind the scenes that the average person sitting out here lining up the streets out here in downtown Westminster this morning don't realize exactly what goes on behind the scenes, the planning, the logistics, and the moving around, getting everything in proper running order and in a good running order. And this takes time to plan, and this takes time to execute.
It certainly does, and there's a lot of team effort goes in this also. So we are glad to get this thing back and rolling again this year. So now we're back, and I guess, Bruce, we'll listen to a little bit of the music here the Westminster Band might play.
Good idea, Richard. Here they are, the Westminster Municipal Band. Boy, I'm not sure. I think I was a little before my time, Richard. But my God, that is still in great shape. The Westminster Municipal Band panel truck. How long has it been, since you've been able to say panel truck? But there it is, as that beautiful vehicle moves on by. All right, right now we have Walt Davis, Vice Commander of Carroll Post 31. Right over here, and the lead car right there. Richard, who do we have?
We have, that's Mr. Gino Spacicia, CW5, United States Army retired.
He will be the one that's featured, the featured speaker at the Sermon at the Mount. And we have Walt Davis.
Walt Davis there, our Vice Commander.
And a military Humvee coming this way. Oh yeah, a classic Humvee. Doesn't look like the Hummers of today, but it's the classic Humvee. And making a little bit of a brief stop right here in front of us, and walking over to the crowd to meet and greet them.
Yes, and that doesn't look like the kind of Humvee I had when I was in the service, which was a couple days ago. So.
They still had Jeeps.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they still had the Jeeps.
Yes,
that's right. So here they stop in front of us here to get a little bit of a review from us, and very well done, very well done. Tail-mounted rifle, tail-mounted gun. And this is Abby Atradovec, and she'll be, she's a singer of America and the national anthem. And she'll be by a little bit later on as well. Miss Poppy comes on by.
There you go.
Yep, there's Miss Poppy riding along in that beautiful 66 Plymouth convertible.
Now we have the Sons of the Legion from Carroll Post 31.
There they are.
Mr. Bobby Heiser is the commander of that group. He's sitting there with his back on the cab. Denny, all the other guys up there. What is this, Bruce, coming up?
All right, what we have now and what we have here with the big floating patriotic duck on top, and that is the auxiliary. And, yep, the Poppy and the Western Maryland District President, the American Legion Auxiliary, making an appearance here for us this morning.
And that is Miss Georgia Mars, Bruce.
There you go. Exactly right. All right, a brief break in the action, and you are watching and enjoying the 155th Memorial Day Parade here on CMC. Bruce Main calling the parade action, and Richard Stem Jr., the post commander of Carroll Post 31, doing a fine job here alongside, bringing us up to date on what's going on with some of the features that we do have here, and a lot of features. Now we are taking a look at the Moleville Farm VFW Post 467, our good friends out there on Pool Road. Wonderful organization as well, with the Vietnam Veterans Contingency as they come on by and making their appearance in this Memorial Day Parade. And we certainly appreciate and certainly thank all those members, the Vietnam veterans of the VFW Post 467. Right out there on Pool Road here in Westminster, Richard.
There you go, the VFW.
And the auxiliary. Now we do have the auxiliary rolling on through. And we got some, and protecting herself from the sun. Yep, she's got the umbrella, got the parasol going there, Richard.
There you go.
Well, we got our umbrella, our parasol going on here. All right, now we have more contingency, as we do have some of the Boy Scout representation here this morning. And boy, do we ever.
We do have some big vehicles here.
Oh, yeah. And what a way to go. What a way to ride.
That's correct.
Oh, my. Yeah, those workhorses from back in the day. And without industrial might, we may not have ever become the great, powerful nation we became. But this is a great example of how that was able to happen. And when you take a look at these big vehicles, so well restored and so well kept, when's the last time you ever saw a truck, Richard, a vehicle with a vice on the vices on the bumpers?
Well,
that's what they did. Yep, that's what they did. As the Boy Scout troop is coming on through. Parade moving along nicely at a good steady pace and a good hearty and greeting welcome here. Mission Barbecue, the American way. Yep, you betcha. Mission Barbecue coming on by with their contingency. And there they are. Oh, they're all pointing to you, Richard.
Well, that's because I like to eat their sandwiches. They got some good sandwiches out there. But
that is
a little bad on your belly there, Bruce.
Ah, never. It doesn't even show, Richard. Doesn't even show. Disabled American veterans here alongside now coming through the parade route. As always, great to have the Disabled American, the DAB, here with us, and thanking them so very, very much for their service and what they have done for all of us, including the DAB Auxiliary. It's the Old Glory Unit 22 coming on through. And yeah, that's them right there in front of us.
Got the vehicle decorated nice.
Yep, they sure do. Everything decorative out here today, and why not? It's been quite a while since we've been able to really sit back and enjoy Memorial Day Parade for the past couple of years.
That is correct,
but now
Bruce.
back
You're
in
so
full
correct.
swing, Richard.
So now we have the Army and Navy veterans here.
All right, the Army-Navy Veterans group coming on through. They're in their Humvee.
Rauschenberg in the back there from commander of the 29th Division, Post 48, housed here at the American Legion in Westminster.
So the parade seems to be moving by at a good steady pace and on time.
Yes. And we have to think about these folks a little bit because the ones that are marching, it's a little warm out there today. So
Oh, yeah.
time they get up there cemetery, they're going to be a little warm.
Well, you got to have the water bottles with you. There you go. Look at that beautiful pace car. Boy, this is Corvette day going
Yes,
on
it
out
is.
here. Yeah, there
That
you
is
go.
pretty.
Oh, that ain't your granddaddy's Corvette anymore. Not at all. The official pace car of the Indy 500. We have the Marine Corps on board with us here, too. USMC. There they
it
are.
is, right
And we're
there.
glad to have them along. The mayor and city council staff of the city of Westminster. And here they are, water bottles in hand. I see Kevin Dayhoff in the group there. And Dr. Mona Becker, mayor, and our illustrious council members. And they're coming on by to wave howdy to you as part of the contingency of our City of Westminster governmental group. And here comes Justin Reddy, candidate ready for the state senate. And there he is, giving a wave. And, well, let's go to the House of Delegates District 5 campaign here with April Rose and Delegate Haven Shoemaker. And there you go. So, yeah, we have them out and about. Dennis Frazier, County Commissioner. There he is. District 5, I do believe. Yeah, we see you. We see you. There he is, Commissioner Dennis Frazier.
Well, he's dressed for the attire today. Got his shorts
Well,
on.
I'll
keep it
say
cool.
he is. Yep. And followers. Yep, Commissioner Frazier. All right, now, Richard, next up.
This should be the Carroll County Veterans Independence Program Project. There
Yes,
it
it
is,
is.
the Carroll County Veterans Independence Project.
How critical, how crucial, and how well needed by those Carroll County veterans in need at a time they really do need some help.
Correct. Hope them guys don't fall off that cart out there.
Well, they probably have dry ice underneath of them, too. And that is your Carroll County Veterans Independence Project. On spot, on time to help those Carroll County veterans that
Joey
really
Foreman
do
there.
need some help there. All right, well, you got to know all those guys.
Yeah, look at
you
these
sure
guys.
did. Now, here we go.
Think they're a little warm?
Nah. This is
Do not make it hotter. We're good with that.
World War II reenactions. Here you go. This is back in the day. The Jeep. The Jeep was the true workhorse there. There you go.
There it is. That's what
And
I
they all
remember.
had nicknames. Yeah, Richard, they all had nicknames for their Jeeps. Sweetie Face is that one there.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Fully packed, fully loaded, fully armed.
Mr. Sterling Beard there.
Beard. Ah, there you go. There you are. Sterling Beard, a big hail and hearty salute
There
to
she
Sterling
goes.
Beard.
Right there. You know who that is, Bruce?
Rosie the Riveter.
There you
Uh-huh,
go.
there you are. Yep, that's for sure. And the old Jeep said the contingency continues right on down. Battle gear, fully loaded back from the day. And there you go. Now, Richard, of all the military vehicles we've seen come and go, this has to be one of the most interesting.
Yes, I don't think I've ever been on one of them.
Man, I need one of those to ride around my yard.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. What a
Neat looking vehicles.
Yeah, you bet, Richard. That is exactly right. And throwing some goodies out for the youngins. Yep, the kiddies are coming on through.
Okay, coming toward us now, Bruce, is Sergeant Pushup.
All right, now.
Sergeant Pushup is trying to do 1 million push-ups. He is monitoring.
Wonder where he is right now.
He's right there on the trailer doing push-ups. There
Oh,
he
wow.
is. He's hauled by Mr. Dave Bollinger and
Oh, yeah.
this nice new truck there, and all the little guys in the truck there saluting and having him with him. Sergeant Pushup. He believes in bullying. No bullying for younger folks.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Look here. Here he goes.
If I didn't have my suit on, I could do that. Yeah, sure.
Good job there, Sarge.
And then you, Richard, would have to pick me up. All right.
And that's the van he rides around in. He also talks to kids about germs.
One push-up at a time with Sergeant Push-Up. There you go.
That's a lot of push-ups, Bruce. I don't think I could do that many.
Like I said, if I did 10, you'd be lifting me off the asphalt here.
There you go.
All right, so next up. All right, now high atop, one of the more modernistic of our military vehicles, a little bit more on the high-techy side now coming through, an MP unit, military police unit, fully mechanized, fully operational, and there you go, with that desert camouflage paint that became quite noticeable back in the days of the Desert Wars.
I don't think they have any problem crossing any stream or river with them big tires and that big high.
Suffice to say, I don't think I could park one of those in my garage.
I don't think you could either.
No, I don't think I'd try. Or getting into a drive-through. I can see me right now trying to order a burger and fries.
Yeah.
Going to a drive-through on one of those, but there they are, the military police passing through. And now, Richard, we have the Westminster High School Marching Band, Brian Frazier in direction.
Let's go ahead and we'll listen to them a little bit. We listened to the Westminster Municipal. Now we'll listen to these folks. See, they got their water bottle carriers.
Yeah, they got their
them,
water
Bruce.
bottles and they're getting well received too. The Westminster Owls. Yeah, the Westminster Owls Marching Band, of which I'm proud to be an ex-Westminster Owl, I must say, Richard.
Well,
but of
I
course,
think it's been a couple years ago, though, hasn't it?
that's back when Westminster High School was what is now East Middle School.
There you go.
That's how long ago it was. Oh, you know what, Richard? I got to tell you, I'm proud of it. 1969. I was with the class of 1969
There you go.
at that glorious old high school. Oh,
I hate
yeah.
to tell you this, but I was the class of 1964.
Well, there you go. Nothing wrong with that at all.
That's been a couple of days
And you
ago.
don't look a day over the class of 70. I got to tell
That's
you.
correct.
Uh-huh.
Okay, behind the band, Bruce, who do we have next?
All right, and on the way down, a very unique organization with the Civil Air Patrol, the Carroll Composite Squadron, and the leader, Captain Derek Dunn, Squadron Commander. And, well, yeah, they've been in existence 86 years, Richard.
That is amazing. That is truly amazing.
The
Bruce.
Composite Squadron. Absolutely. Civil Air Patrol. They came into being back in the early days of aviation and warfare.
There you go.
So what a part of history the Civil Air Patrol has been.
Looks like you're doing a swell job there, Bruce.
Well, we're keeping up with it very nicely, and here comes now the Civil Air Patrol van. With the United States Air Force Auxiliary, the Air Force, of course. And now we're getting the other Westminster School here involved. They have their color guard and they have their marching band coming down the Winters Mill High School Army ROTC. In fact, it's not the marching band, it's the ROTC. There you go. And Colonel Raymond Navarrai and the ISC Chris Ambrosius, they are right there with the ROTC, the Winters Mill Falcons branch. They've been in existence since 2005, Richard, and very proud to have them on board today with us.
That's correct. It's nice to be here and have this parade going again, Bruce. Makes me feel good.
And it makes me feel good to see that high school groups getting involved in ROTC to get a jump, to get that little bit of a head start in what could be, what can be, and what many times is a great military career.
That is correct. That's a good way to start.
All right, so we have a break in the action right now as, they're getting a little bit more caught up on the upper end of the, or on the other side of the parade route. Now they're getting their cue to march on. The 155th Memorial Day Parade coming to you from CMC right here in downtown Westminster. I'm Bruce Main, right alongside Post Commander Richard Stem Jr. And here we go, Richard, with the sons of American Revolution. And as we have them coming on by with Chapter President Charlie Zimmerman. And we'll get away from the sons of the American Revolution.
And next we have the Pipe Creek Civil War Roundtable.
Yeah, exactly right.
That is led by Mr. David Bloom, president. So they're a little warm too, I think, Bruce.
Oh, yeah, but the period costumes, Richard, are so great to see. So much part of the heritage and our past. Corbett's Charge, the Civil War encampment. And they'll be doing that, Richard, the last weekend in June. The Corbett's Charge. And, of course, many people may not realize, or some people may not realize, just how critical Carroll County and Westminster actually was in the war between the states.
You are so correct. That's a thing people ought to study into because it was really something that really gained in history. So we need to study up on some of them things. What do we have now, Bruce?
All right, coming out of Sykesville. Have the Carroll County, it's the it's an ROTC group from Sykesville coming on by. Yep, that is representing our friends down the southern end of the county out of Sykesville Way, the ROTC based in Sykesville.
Looking good there, looking good, guys and girls.
All right, Richard, and the parade's moving on, and moving on very, very well. A very nice, brisk parade out here this morning.
We have quite a few people here. Says least we forget. So we don't want to forget our
we have
veterans.
the dogs. We have the dogs. We have the pooches out today. We have the
dog.
dogs, the pooches, and the marchers alongside. You bet.
Those guys meet at our post also.
That is exactly
That's
right.
It's called the Hogs and Heroes. They do a lot around here.
And Hebville Auto Body, Moms for Liberty coming on by. And it's great to see our friends, the Hebville crowd coming on through the Moms for Liberty. They're in the into the parade too. And here you go, an old Plymouth Sports Fury. I remember those back in the day. And here you go. Now that is what I call one restored automobile.
That looks like it has a parachute on the back there.
There you go.
We have an antique fire engine, a 1980 American LaFrance, Jim Amora, and there it is.
Yep. And from our friends north of the Mason-Dixon line, owned and operated by the Mara family from Wellsboro, Pennsylvania. And we welcome them, Richard, to our parade right here in Westminster. And thank them.
Yes, we do. This is 150.
And we have the Cub Scouts coming our way right now, Richard, right on here toward us. This is Scout Pack 150. The Gamber and Community Fire Department down in glorious Gamber. They're making their appearance here in this 155th Memorial Day Parade. Adam Jameson in lead. And there you go as they make their way on down.
Look at the size of that flag they're carrying, Bruce.
Well, that is beautiful. Absolutely right. And, they're all toting the flag very proudly, and we all give them a wave. They give us a wave. They always used to tell me, Bruce, when you're covering a parade, you have to wave to get them back. And,
That's correct.
So it's my pleasure to do exactly that to our friends from Gamber coming on by here this morning. And another troop coming by, Richard.
Troop 393 from Westminster, Maryland. And that is Timothy Mullen. He's the contact person in that, and I guess he's the leader. The scoutmaster is Bill Eccles, and they are looking good also.
Everybody in our parade route this morning, Richard, I got to tell you, they came prepared. They came ready for it.
You're right.
And came so prepared and so good looking, and everything, the contingencies all in place. The pacing is exactly right. And it's just a magnificent, a good magnificent pace out here this morning.
Some of that same pack, 393.
393, the Cub Scout pack, representing Grace Lutheran Church, right up the hill, right up. We can look right, we can see it right from here.
Yes, there it is.
There's the church, and there they are as they come on through here this morning, including Troop Cub Scouts of America 2007. There they are, making their appearance here with us.
Then we have Cub Scout pack number 791 out of Hampstead, Maryland.
Over in Happy Hampstead they come, scouting for food. There you go. What a great idea.
That's this Saturday at 9 a.m., Bruce.
That's this coming Saturday.
Yeah, you ready to go?
All right, well, I'll tell you what, Richard Stem Jr., I'm going to go ahead and turn the duties over to you, sir. I'm Bruce Main. It's been my pleasure giving you this section of the parade route here this morning, but now it is my time to head on over to the Westminster Cemetery. I will see you there, sir.
Thank you, sir.
For the sermon at the Mount that I will be emceeing as well. And to all the parade participants and for everybody participating, thank you. And I thank CMC for this great coverage as well.
Right.
Have a great parade time, everyone.
Thank you, Bruce. Bruce will be up the mound. That was pack 733, and this is pack 392. So they're going by. There's a lot of scouts in the parade today. We give those little folks a lot of credit. Behind that is pack 3. Let me get my numbers right. 95. Almost lost out on that. It's definitely been a privilege to have Bruce here with us today. Our old man around town. Our WTR voice of the city. Well, he's really the voice of Carroll County. So, now we have pack 671, I think it is. I think 631, I think. Mistake there, 631. That's under the direction of Keith Wishbon. Now we have Cup Pack 420 out of St. John's Catholic Church. Happy Memorial Day. They're all wishing us a happy Memorial Day. We wish you all a happy Memorial Day. And behind them, got a long walk there, good buddy. Behind them, we have the Girl Scout Troop 939 out of Hampstead. Got a lot of young folks in the parade here today. The Girl Scout Troop is led under Christy Calvert. They're all marching. St. John's School out of Westminster, Maryland is the next group here. They got a lot of folks there. Appreciate you all coming out today. We have a motorcycle group, and I'm not really sure who that is. We have men and women of Carroll County who fought to defend our freedom. Scott Willens in his Corvette there. Thank you all for coming out today. Got their American flags with them. Now we got old International tractor there. Got a bunch of people on the straw wagon there. And I think that is, let me look here real quick. That's the Carroll County Fair Committee. Fair is July 30th through August 7th. Now we have Calvary Baptist Church with their marchers and a nice rendition of a Memorial Day salute here. So let's listen to a little bit of that. She's doing a fine job there singing. There we go. Nice job, Calvary. We have another tractor behind this. This is a John Deere pulling this one. We'll have to wait a little bit till it gets a little closer. This is the Clearfield Bible Church, honoring our fallen heroes. 124,905 our heroes are buried. Behind that, we have the bus from Brightview, the Brightview Senior Center, Westminster Ridge. Next we have the Masonic Lodge Marching Unit. Carrying the banner, York Rite Commander number 17. The marchers in black uniforms with black plumed hats and swords. The marchers in today's parade are being led by the Grand Commander of the Maryland Knight Templar, John Austin, followed by the line officers of the Maryland Grand Camaraderie. They are being escorted by Knights of Carroll County 17, led by Emmanuel Commander Michael Robb. Carroll Commander meets at Door to Virtue Masonic Lodge on Monroe Street in Westminster. The Knights Templars support several local charity organizations, Carroll County Foods, and numerous other ones. There they are. Good. Guys are looking good there. You got to say them folks are really a little warm there, I would think. Door to Virtue. I got some of them on the guys on motorcycles. You lost your rider there. Now we have a Ford pickup truck, an older one. 1951. They're also with the Door to Virtue, AF and A&M. Behind that, looks like we have the Lions Club coming. There's the Lions Club. Got the big line on the truck there. Welcome, folks. A little warm out there. Okay. Let's see who we got next here. This is part of the Lions Club also. So this is the Westminster Lions Club. Nice looking float there. Thank you to our heroes. We thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Now we have the Deer Park Lions. Morning, how are you folks? Now we have the Taylorsville Winfield Lions Club. Thank you, we appreciate it, ma'am. There they go, the gentleman up there. Looking good, guys. The guy under the tent's probably gonna stay the coolest. Oh, okay. Look at this thing coming along, the Historical Society. What's the year? What year? 1930. That's a nice looking vehicle there. And then we have, I guess, the Jeep Club coming. The Carroll County Jeep Club. Julie Beasley. They got their Jeeps here. Got some nice looking colorful Jeeps in the parade. Look at this red one here. It's got the Maryland flag on the front. So, got their music on so they can hear. Thanks for coming, folks. Carroll County Jeep Club. They got a lot of Jeeps in here. Looks like they got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 10 of them. It's quite a few of them. Different colors, all looking good. Again, like Bruce and I were saying, it's really nice to have this parade going back again for the folks of Westminster and respect our veterans that died in action. Maybe we have more than 10 Jeeps here. Yeah, Mr. Paul Emmert does a great job on getting this organized with his committee. He is a past commander, American Legion Post 31, and we salute him for that so we can get back into our Memorial Day parade again, which is great. Yeah, we definitely have more than 10 Jeeps in this. A lot of colorful Jeeps in here, a lot of pretty and colorful Jeeps. The Carroll County Jeep Club. As you sit home in your air-conditioned rooms, you might want to think about these folks that are out here riding and marching in this parade when it's close to probably 90 degrees out of here. So we're glad to get back into the Memorial Day parade again. Hopefully we can change our we used to have and live with. About our deceased veterans that died in line of duty. That's what Memorial Day is all about. I was a little wrong on the count there. It is a little more than 10 Jeeps here. We have a nice crowd out here today watching the parade. I'm glad of that. Really helps out to see all the folks out and watching this parade, getting back into a little bit of normalcy. Don't forget the sermon up on the mount, up at the Westminster ceremony. Old Bruce Main had to leave a little early to go up there. He's the MC for that, so he'll be going to that. What? Oh, man, I love it. Yes, I was really wrong on this. There is more than 10 Jeeps out here. But anybody's welcome to go up to the cemetery after this is over and meet up with Bruce and the crew that's up there and all the folks that'll be up there. They do a ceremony up there every year that we've had this. Again, this is our 155th annual Westminster Memorial Day Parade on this 30th day of May, 2022. A lot of colorful Jeeps, like I said, but I was really wrong on my numbers. It's more than 10 Jeeps out here. We got a fancy looking one coming here. It's probably one of those ones that competes in those mud contests. No, got two of them back here. Playing some patriotic music here as they go by, which we appreciate very much. Behind these Jeeps, we have the Kiwanis Club of Westminster. The leader in the parade is Laura Bankert and Tom Wilver. They meet the first and third Tuesdays at 615 Bullock's Restaurant, which is out here on the other side of town. Okay, and there they are. Thank you, ladies. Getting a little warm out there. And the guys in the car back here having a good time. They got their air conditioners on, by the way. I want to let you know that. So that's an old Mercedes there. Not an old one. That's a Mercedes. And they're salute to veterans. Thank you, guys. Coming up behind them is a couple more convertible cars. We have some marchers behind the veterans saluters here. Happy Memorial Day to you ladies. We have a couple more convertibles coming here, some nice looking ones. Behind them is going to be the Westminster Fire Department. They're coming first with their Tower 3, which is one of their newer pieces. So it's been used on a lot of fires. I don't remember how long it's been in service, but it's not been in service very, very long. We thank the folks from Westminster Fire Department. They help us out on many emergencies, fires, EMS, rescues, numerous things. It's nice to see them here in the parade today. The next thing behind the tower is their engine 31. That's a big tower there. Looks good. Nice piece of equipment. Reach those higher buildings we have in town and then outside of town. They do mutual aid calls also. So, engine 31 there. Behind that's engine 33. That's one of their newer engines. Engine 32. Behind engine 32, we have
Chief 3-1, that's the assistant chief out there. Behind them, we have Chief 3-2, another deputy chief. So you might see these cars running around on emergencies. Behind that, we have one of their medic units, number 38, Medic 38. That's one of the three that they have. Westminster does a lot of EMS calls. Behind them, we have the Reese Volunteer Fire Department with their new refurbished tanker. Yeah, they use their tanker on a lot of out of city calls where there's no hydrants, and they have to go out and get their water supply from the big tanker trucks out there. Behind that, we have one of their medics, Medic 99. Reese has two medics also. They have Medic 99, Medic 98, and they run a lot of calls also. Behind them, we have our Grand City Police. The police in Westminster here do a fine job. They're always out on the road doing us to help protect us wherever we're at. We have two of their vehicles in here. Sorry I don't know their names, but we appreciate them being in the parade, and we appreciate all the work they do for us around the town. So I think that's pretty well wrapping the parade up. 155th Annual Westminster Memorial Day Parade. This 30th day of May 2022. We appreciate everybody coming out, all the spectators we have on the roads, all the folks that's going to watch us on TV, and anyone especially that's marched or been involved in this parade to honor our deceased veterans that died in the line of duty. We don't want to ever forget them. So I think we're wrapping up there now. So I think they'll be telling me here momentarily that we're done. Thank you. Good Lord, I never had so many microphones up my throat.